This is CBS 11 News Now.
Good afternoon, everyone. On this Wednesday, somebody here is really enjoying Hump Day.
Hi.
Jeff Ray here. This is News Now, a digital update here on Facebook Live. Thanks so much for joining us. Get your comments in, chat with us here, and let's get this conversation going here on this Wednesday, just a little bit past noon. Jeff Ray, let's talk about the rains. They started yesterday, and it went all day long, overnight, even into the morning. So how much more of this?
Do you remember last week I was telling you, say, oh, Ken, we got this big rain coming, you know? So we ended up with 2 to 3 inches of rain. It was all said and done with. Let me show you, it's still raining. Not as much as it was earlier this morning. Now we just have rain that's moving across Navarro County and parts of Freestone and Limestone counties down in Anderson County. This is where the heavy rain will be for the rest of the day. As we look up to the north, there was a good rain that moved over Denton. It is now just leaving Sherman and going to go across the bottom as it continues to weaken and cross the Red River. We kind of have two areas. You see the spotty shower activity from the Metroplex out to the west. We could still expect to see a little bit of rain. It would be short-lived, and it would not be something that would be of any threat weather-wise, but a steady flooding rain is still possible down across our southeast counties. But, oh, we've had some good rain. Now, this is 48-hour rainfall totals we're looking at, Ken. So, Euless in Tarrant County, almost 3 inches of rain. North Richland Hills, my hometown, over 2.5 inches of rain. Arlington, 2.5 inches of rain. In Dallas County, we had reports of over 3 inches of rain, including downtown Dallas.
Wow, look at that.
That's a big rain, and that's problems on the roadways and especially the secondary roads. Capel had 2.34 inches of rain, Mesquite 2.3 inches of rain. Peek into Denton County, Crum over 2.5 inches of rain. Same story in Louisville, Flower Mound 2.25. Yeah, these were impressive rainfall totals. And Collin County had several locations as well, including Plano, Allen, and Frisco, got over 3 inches of rain over the last couple days. This was the first rain we've really had in March, first big rain we've had since the last day of February, and it was generous. Future sky forecast shows that big rain still going on, but leaving this evening and later this afternoon across the affected areas now. But still, you still see some pop-up showers here and there, even over the metro area. As we get through the evening hours, it dries out. If you're out this evening, you're going to be fine. I really don't think you'll need the rain gear. Tomorrow morning, I don't think you'll need the rain gear. Temperatures will be into the 50s. The skies clear out. We'll have some cloud cover around as the morning breaks. Now, this is what's different. We do have a disturbance that is a little bit more pronounced than it was yesterday. Yesterday, Jeff Jameson and I both ignored it, but now we can't ignore it. It's strong enough to kick off rain. This is at 3 o'clock. I know we're talking about Rangers opening game, and we've been talking all week how nice it's going to be. Now we're talking about isolated showers in the forecast for the game.
Boy.
Sorry. Temperatures in the 70s. There's a good chance the rain misses the stadium. It picks up intensity a little bit in the evening hours after the game. The rain might move through. Let's hope. We're only going to put it at a 20% chance. Friday, good day, good weather. Temperatures in the 70s and sunshine, one of those perfect spring days.
Well, I think first pitch tomorrow is 2:45.
2:35? 2:35? Something like that.
It's 2:40.
2:40. Thank you,
McKenzie says
Stuart.
2:40. So this will be moving in right at about that time.
Well, let's just say there's chances of rain.
Okay.
It's going to be kind of spotty and most of it north. So anyway, I want to talk about this weekend. We started talking about this big change yesterday. Okay, we still think Saturday is going to be windy and warm. Temperatures are going to be, maybe even the 80s. But then this cold front comes through, and we ignored this for a couple of days as well. We thought the cold front would come in at the end of the day, Sunday night. Now it looks like it's going to arrive in the morning hours. So the Easter forecast is completely different now. By the way, clouds will be around Monday as well. So you see Easter Sunday, 68. I'll explain that in a moment, how it won't feel like 68 in the afternoon. But Monday will only be in the 50s after start in the low 40s.
And the 38 is what I said.
Well, we're not going to go that cold now.
Okay.
And it's because of the cloud cover.
All right.
But Easter, okay, let me explain this. A cold front comes through. We start out in the morning warm, and you think, oh, it's going to be a great Easter day. We just get rid of the clouds. Instead, the front comes through probably during services. The winds just start howling out of the north. Temperatures might get up to 68 degrees right before the front comes in, and then the temperatures drop, and by 5 o'clock it will be in the 60s, if really not colder than that. And the clouds will be with us. So I apologize. I mean, this is the weather. You know, as you get closer to events, sometimes small things change, like the timing of a front, and that's what has happened about Easter. The front is here earlier, temperatures drop quicker. We introduce a chance of rain on Easter now, and we wake up Monday morning with clouds and temperatures in the 40s. We only get up into the 50s Monday afternoon.
All right. Well, let's get to some of these comments here. Look at this one. This one caught my attention earlier. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Kelly Barton, I think she's talking about the rain. She says she's, hope we're done in Colleyville. I was about to jump in my convertible.
Yeah, I think, well, convertible is a little optimistic because we still have a few passing showers this afternoon, but you probably would get away with it because it's going to be so scattered about. So,
hello to Dorothy Massey.
Here's a good question. Are we done with freezing temperatures for the year? All right, so Jeff is probably like me, a gardener, and wanting to know.
Yeah.
I say yes. There's a lot of reasons, because it looked like this Monday morning would be the only real threat, and now it's not much of a threat. The last freeze was 43 days ago. I wish I had a picture of my kale and my chard and everything else to show you right now, because it looks like mid-May. I mean, the stuff is huge, and that's because we've been so warm here through really since, well, I planted in the 3rd week of January, which is spectacularly stupid. Normally you wait much later.
You said it's pretty huge. It's plentiful now, right?
Well, I mean, I just took a risk. I looked at the weather pattern. I said, you know what? There's going to be a little bit of a freeze, and then we're going to be clear, and the stuff can survive 28 degrees. And sure enough, it got down to like 28 in my yard, and everything survived. So, yeah, I've been growing since the last week in January.
Jeff says, me and my green thumb appreciate that. All right, Garrett Thomas, why is it always raining on Easter?
That is statistically not true, Garrett. You only see, that's how memory works. If you had a great opening day 10 times, and then on the 11th time there was a big thunderstorm, people would only remember the thunderstorm. You could forget the good times and just remember the bad.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of great comments coming in.
Yeah, the blue bonnets are out. Have you seen them? Misty was saying that you're seeing a lot of blue bonnets now.
I wonder if this person commenting, who's Colby McAda, you think, is that how you pronounce that, you think?
He's just lonely guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Is anyone listening to me?
Yes, Colby.
I guess we are, Colby, wherever you may be, 5 steps away from us.
Yeah, we spilled that
You're
bean
here on the
a
other
long
side of
time
this
ago.
camera, by the way.
Marcio says, any news on blue bonnets? I don't know. I'm trying to think when the peak is. It's got to be mid-April. I'll go look that up and answer you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Late
Alda
April,
Marble
early
says,
May.
I hear you, Colby.
Yeah, there you go. Alda, nice to see Alda on here as well. Okay, Jeff Ray, thank you very much.
You're so
we appreciate you. This is good stuff to know, and we will see what happens tomorrow around 2:45, 3 o'clock, because it's opening day, and we want sunshine.
And we're putting in a 20% chance of rain. I can't stress that enough. Okay. Don't change your plans. Don't go, I'm not going to opening day, just because there's a rain chance. This rain chance is small.
Yeah, okay, all right, sounds good. Jeff, thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, folks, a couple other things catching our attention here, making news headlines. I want to tell you a little bit about something else going on. A lot of action between the U.S. and South Korea today. You may have heard about this. President Trump is announcing about 30 minutes ago, as a matter of fact, that a trade agreement in principle with South Korea has kind of been reached. In his tweet, he said, a great deal for American and Korean workers. Let's now focus on our important security relationship. And this morning, Lockheed Martin in Fort Worth, they rolled out an F-35A as South Korean officials looked on. South Korea is buying 40 of these jets through the U.S. government's Foreign Military Sales Program. The jets are built right here in Fort Worth. Yay. A lot of you folks know that. The first aircraft will be delivered to an Air Force base in Arizona, and at that point, South Korean Air Force pilots are going to train on these things, learn how to use them.
They're very complicated machines. You know, in that trade deal, I was reading some of the details. They're not. South Korea will not be allowed to bring their trucks over. No trucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
And everybody in Texas smiles. Because what state sells more trucks than any state in America?
Right here.
Texas.
Right here.
And, yeah, that's good news for us.
Yeah.
I mean, for American manufacturers, no South Korean trucks.
Okay, cool.
So.
Hey, another big story. North Texas Church is under construction, and they are very frustrated today. I want to bring in our Jason Allen. He's joining us on the phone with this story. He's been working on this one for the past couple of days. Jason, the issue here is they're building the church. Things are going according to plan, except for power, right? They can't get power connected there.
No, so that's, and hang on, there's a train coming by at where I am, so I'm trying to walk away from it. I hope you can still hear me, man.
I can hear you.
So Easter Sunday, I know Jeff was talking about Easter Sunday and forecast, and Easter Sunday kind of plays big into this story because you got a church that's been expanding, and they've had this project going for, about 3 years, and they really thought that by this spring, that by Easter Sunday, they would be celebrating that in their brand new church, their brand new facility. But it's the problem, and you can't have Easter Sunday services when you can't turn on the lights, you can't power up any of the microphones, you can't work any of the appliances or anything like that might be in there. And they've told us that they have been, their issue is they've been struggling with the utility, with Encore, to actually get hooked up to have power, and this has been ongoing for about the last 8 or 9 weeks, just simply trying to get somebody to give them power to the building.
So what's the plan? By the way, what's the name of the church, Jason? I don't know if you already mentioned that.
No, I think I don't think I did. This is the Vineyard Church in Arlington, and they have a facility that they meet in right now. But this has been a big project they've been raising money for and trying to build here over the last 3 years.
That's what I was going to ask you. What do you think is next for them if they don't get this squared away?
Well, this is why they've reached out to us, and a lot of times you'll hear companies say, well, if they would have just reached out to us, we could have fixed it before they got into media. But usually people come to us with stuff like this when they're kind of at their wits' end on what to do and how to help. So we've been looking at the situation in the church, and we have been talking to Encore, and we're trying to kind of put together what the reason is and why and how something like this could happen. And we'll kind of have an update on where it all stands tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock.
Okay. Jason, thanks very much. We're going to check with you then. Appreciate it.
All right.
Hope they get what they need out there. All right. Do you have something you want to add?
I wanted to update. They just issued a tornado watch for Houston.
Okay.
So if you're traveling down south this afternoon.
That's a big area.
Please be careful. Yeah, that's a really large watch box. It does obviously go into Louisiana. We were talking about this yesterday, that we really had a risk of some strong thunderstorms down there. There hasn't been any warnings out here, at least in the last 30 minutes, but they're going to watch carefully as these thunderstorms start moving in to this area. Everything is just kind of right. You see a few thunderstorm warnings have already popped south of Lufkin. They've since expired, but I think as these thunderstorms slowly migrate a little bit further southeast into the Woodlands, into Houston, into the Beaumont area, they're going to cause some problems.
Okay.
So we'll keep a watch on that. And again, this is only if you're traveling down there today.
All right. Yeah, but who knows? I mean, we've got people watching here on Facebook.
Yeah, who might be from that area.
So let your friends and family know if you got them down there or if you're headed down there yourself. Jeff, thanks so much. We appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up right now, but we're going to see you back here Facebook Live at about 3 o'clock. We'll touch base once again with everything that's going on here in the newsroom. In the meantime, CBSDFW.com is our website. Check us out there. Also across all of our social media platforms. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.